So before I go further into this video, I'd just like to take this time to apologize to young Philly, to apologize to any of his friends, his family, anyone associated with him. And I would also like to apologize to any rappers in the UK who has seen this and has been affected and now feel some type of way about us females in Australia. I deeply apologize. We are not like that. There are certain individuals that like to take things too far, and it gives the rest of us a bad name. I truly and sincerely apologize to all of you guys, and on behalf of everyone in Australia that has sense, we are sorry. So the media is concealing who this female is. So everyone's like, who is this mysterious female? This mysterious female is Miss Emma Burns, the one and only stripper and sex worker. Round of applause for Miss Emma Burns. Ya sharmuta. So, why am I so annoyed? It's because Emma Burns' friends have come out and they have exposed her. Emma went to the hotel with young Philly and they both had a mutual agreement. When you have a mutual agreement, babes, it's consensual. So there's no rape there. It is consensual. Yes, if they, take it a bit further and stuff, then okay, yeah, it is a bit too much and charges can be pressed. But it was a mutual agreement. Emma Burns had then texted her friends and one of her friends, and told her friend how much of a good time she really had and that she was ready to go home. Could her friend book her an Uber? Remember that. Her friend should book her the Uber, but she's a stripper. Please remember these two things, okay? Because we're going to be very logic here. Her friend should book her the Uber. When her friend was going to book her the Uber, she then told her friend, oh, actually, I don't need it anymore. That doesn't sound like someone who's being sexually assaulted, Emma. That sounds like someone who's having a goddamn good time. A goddamn good time. Because if you were being sexually assaulted, you are in a hotel where there are hundreds of people on the same level. You could scream. You could text a friend because it seems your phone was working really fine, Miss Ma'ams. You could run down to reception and tell reception to call the police if your life was at any danger or there was any threat of your safety. Those are three things you could have done. Screaming would have probably been the best one because I can guarantee you there would have been someone next door because we know how hotels in Australia is booked, packed and busy. Okay. Emma, you are a sex worker. You are also a stripper. There is nothing wrong with that because if I could shake my ass and get a little coin, I will too. So I am not bashing you for that in any way, shape or form, Emma. But it's pretty obvious your stripping career isn't taking you anywhere. The fact that you have to ask your friend to book you an Uber. Now, WA. I'm not from WA, but currently I am in Western Australia. Western Australia is not like other states in Australia. Example, Sydney. To get a 30-minute ride on an Uber could cost you about $80. In Western Australia, when I do book Ubers, somewhere that's 30 minutes away, it can cost me $15 to $20. An Uber is not that expensive. So clearly, sweetheart, your stripping career isn't going the way you thought it would go. So, because it's not going that way, you now want to use young Philly for funds. And you knew what you were doing. But you're not going to get away lightly with this one. Emma Burns has also done this to another rapper before. Sorry, she has tried to do this to another rapper. I don't know if he's a rapper or a musician. Bryson, Tyler, I don't really know who he is. But she has tried to do this to someone else before and it was unsuccessful. But now she thinks she has hit the jackpot with young Philly. So everyone going around the media talking about this young Philly, they need to stop. They need to stop because this guy is genuinely innocent. Her friends have come out and said what she did. She knew what she was doing. So I understand people are like, oh, don't victim shame, don't victim blame. As someone who has been through something like that myself as a child, I will never sit there and back the predator ever. But this generation, you guys take it too far with, you have to believe the females. Because of that, that saying that you guys are putting out there that you have to believe the females are taking the piss, and innocent men are being blamed for things that they genuinely have not done. Now, people are going to say, oh, but what about the assault charges? Let's be for real. Those assault charges came from him choking her. We are all grown on this app. Well, I hope we are all grown. Some females, including myself, and I'm sure some of you guys watching this, we get choked during sex. We get some other foul things during sex. We may not think it's foul. We find it attractive. Some other people are not necessarily into those things. Emma is clearly into that. But now it's become an issue. This is wrong. You guys need to stop enabling females who think it's okay to ruin people's lives. It is not okay. You knew the agreement when you were going into that hotel. You knew what you were there to do. You knew the man didn't want anything with you after. How is it possible that he would want anything after that? He is from the United Kingdom. He was here to perform and go back to his everyday life. But instead, you have ruined that for him. I'm not saying young Phil is a broke person. I don't know what his funds are like. Now he's stuck in a country that's foreign to him till December. He has to pay for accommodation. He has to pay a lot of things. When you're a foreigner in a country, it can be expensive. He's out of pocket because of you. Now he has legal fees to pay for. That's not fair. And we should not be enabling females that do this. And these other TikTokers that are on live bashing this man, that's not right. That's not right. That is wrong. And you are foul. That is wrong. I'm not saying because she's a sex worker and she's a stripper that, oh, you know, like, yeah, it can possibly happen. Of course it can happen. Just because someone's a sex worker and a stripper, it doesn't mean that they can't be assaulted. They, of course, can be sexually assaulted. But when you consent to something and you and someone have agreed to it and you guys have done just as what you guys have agreed to, it is not sexual assault, Emma Burns. So this needs to stop. I don't know who Young Philly is. If you ask me, name one Philly song, I couldn't even tell you. I'll probably sing something else from the UK. I don't know Young Philly. But free Young Philly and Australia, you guys need to get it the fuck together because this is wrong. This is foul. Now, we wonder why a lot of musicians don't want to come here. We wonder why. We wonder why when Davido came here, he was kicking a certain nationality of people out of his boots. It's because these people get paranoid. Now, good luck to people wanting to come here for Promised Land next year. Now, you guys wonder why your favorite celebrities are so stuck up. It's because of people like Emma Burns. We need to get it together. This is wrong, what's happening to this man. And watching his name get dragged through the mud on TikTok is disgusting. And for you people that think it's okay, get it together. If you see a photo of Emma, I'm not even being rude. Me, I'm not a 10 out of 10 myself. I'm probably a 1 out of 10. And it's okay. I'm fine with that. Young Philly, not the most attractive himself, but not a bad looking person. But Emma, you long titty dingback water built buffalo bad sloppy body built girl. You. Babes, get it together. Get it the F together because your own friends are not supporting the rubbish and the nonsense you are doing. You are foul. You are foul and you should be ashamed of yourself. Go back to stripping on the pole and actually do something. Do a little trick or two to make some money, but not trapping. Not trapping's not the word, but lying on an innocent black man, bitch, you're foul.